Okay. Alright, after a 1 week hiatus, due to being actually sick and in bed all day and all night last Monday. See how that affects me missing a week. Who knows? You never know. I got the lanes cooking quite a bit. I'm playing farther left to start than I've played a long time. Let's see if they tighten up a little at the beginning. And I'm still using this with the 3 and the 3 setting, 3 and 3, and with the Morich Ripper. And so that's what it is. Lefty view, because we're on 5 and 6. Whenever we're on 5 and 6, I don't have much view from the right, so I got to go from the left.
I actually made a mistake and I had to go down on Manic City this past weekend to return some Christmas presents. I had to go to what's that place called? The Walk? Yeah. Fortunately, I was not there, so anybody out there was afraid. Like, Naval Park right on the street. Didn't get mugged, didn't get killed. Lie up. Come on. Sideways. Uh-oh. Hi, Mike.
And that's how night begins, with a pin halfway over. And it's a 10 pin, and it stands up. Alright, I see we have standees again. Actually, I might have a look on this side. Let's see. I might be able to try this side tonight. You know why? Why? It's John standing right there. Not his fault. It's more my fault. All right, we're gonna try this side because there's not a million beers here tonight. I wish there was a lot of beer, but we'll get over it. So we'll try this and see what happens.
You should have double already, Stan.
Right, I should have tried it.
Somebody got a break. Give me a double break.
Break!
Yeah.
Break!
Oh, yeah, double. Double.
All right, I'll take it. I'm trying to loft it out there a little bit because it's quite a lot of hook. It's almost like the lanes are like fresh compared to usual. It's like the wet is wetter, the dry is drier. It's like they just stripped them and then they double ran the machine or something. That's how from experience. That's how it looks.
Got it.
Try not to start. Being a stubborn jackass lately. Oh, hey. Listen, my first game, my ball was working perfect. And I was cranky going through the middle and coming back hard. And then the lanes changed, and I didn't change my approach. I just kept trying to fight it, get harder and harder. And that's why my game went downhill.
All right, that's
Today,
a bad
I'm playing
shot.
totally different line. I'm doing
I
my
deserve
own
that. 7 hours of sleep is way too much for me. Way too much energy tonight. It's just not fair. Okay, I tried something different that time, and I definitely got a little different spin on the ball because they're all spinners, so I can't say a different roll on the ball. I actually, that time, played what I normally would call my A game. Usually I don't call it my A game when I wear this thing, but I'm throwing the ball the same as my A game. Just except I'm throwing it a little harder, and I'm throwing it with this thing on, and I definitely have to try it again after that. That ball actually, that could have been a half 10, and it's everything. I don't want to say they exploded out because that would be just self-aggrandizing or something. So far, I got both lanes playing the same. So let me try to stand my feet in the same spot and see if I come up just light pocket again or not.
That's all. Wow, my hero.
All right, so that shot surprised me, but I do know from past experience when I'm playing left on the left lanes, they tend to go straighter. When I play in the right on the left lanes, they tend to hook more than the right lane. So I might have to play a little straighter on that lane right now. Now, one thing I do is I talk about them tightening up on the back end in the first game, and I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So I think I have to keep moving right a little bit, just parallel out, because I know I'm throwing it a little bit different now, but I don't think it's that much different to account for that. All right, so I got to try to move right without moving too far too fast. And it's again, like I said, the lanes seem very fresh. So if I hit dry, it's like very dry. Boy, I threw that second ball hard and everything. When it hits the dry area, it's gone. So I don't know how to blend the shot in right now. The first shot I just was entirely my fault. Got away to the right, and I knew, I just talked about if I get it to the dry. All right, 100% me again. I'm afraid of spraying it to the right, so I took it straight up. I'm just not practiced. I didn't bowl the last week, and also I almost feel like I should take the wrist brace off so I can take the lane out of play a little bit more. All right, I'm just taking my best guess here because the team needs me to do something in the 10th frame.
6, 7, 10.
I moved that much too, Mike. Thanks, Coach.
175. I took my best guess. It was wrong. I tried the other ball, trying to roll it. Little stick in the thumb. That ball wants to hook out of my hand. I have no idea what I'm doing in game two. Alright, so I spared. We won by 8 pins. As if I did anything. I'm taking the wrist thing off tonight. I'll have more to say when I come let's watch Brian. Okay, I think Brian was high on the pair with 194. When Sam was here, I didn't have to worry about this crap. If I had have known that the lane condition was going to be like this, I'd have brought both conventional balls because I need to get the ball down the lane. I have to hit some kind of dry at some point down the lane. This here, to me, is just ridiculous. Yeah, okay. We'll try that again, or something close to it. Alright, so I guess truthfully, I took one frame to adjust to taking the wrist thing off. I'm doing nothing to the ball. I'm playing what I used to call my A game, which is really like the weakest spinner I can throw, and the ball hits like a truck tonight. Now, I didn't hit like a truck for the other 16, 17 weeks. I know, it's a mystery.
I listened to Mike and Mike this morning, and everybody on the show was saying it was no question. So, I didn't see it. I heard on the radio.
You know why I wasn't telling? Because that idiot ran out on the field without a freaking helmet on. That wasn't penalty. That wasn't penalty. Yeah, the offense ain't even he goes out. What is helmet off? He gets in the left. Well, you ain't as old as I am. You were in the NFL to some extent, and you get you tell me they can't fix the game and decide to play one all Dallas had to do was show up in that game yesterday.
All right, so that 10 pin is perfectly acceptable. It looked like a 10 pin. It was a 10 pin. You know, the last time that I threw this Ripper, Moritz Ripper ball and played my A game, I made the comment, well, I can actually touch the finger holes this week. And for 2 weeks that I threw it, that was my comment. Tonight, I got to get completely off of it so that I can, I don't know, I don't even want to explain it anymore. I'm tired of having to, it's necessary to bring 6 or 8 bowling balls. It's ridiculous. I know I'm supposed to be a decent bowler, but you know, these balls are drilled to do certain things, and if you don't throw them in that manner, it's tough to get them to match up to do anything. And that's one of the reasons I ought to go back to just bringing the one conventional ball again next week and just dealing with it, because at least with that ball I can do different things, roll it, spin it, do whatever I want to do, put the wrist thing on, take it off, and at least I can adjust. With these fingertip balls, they're basically drilled to throw them one basic way. Yeah, it's just, on a night like tonight, it's just doesn't make me happy whatsoever.
Wait to see what Roger does.
Hey, Green Bay get calls too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's great. I'm gonna throw the ball like that, and it's gonna just blow the whole left side of the rack out. I know it's mostly just because of the location of where I hit in the pocket, but you know, I'll get over it in a couple hours. But I'm just sick.
That's the other ball. That ball.
Yes, I realize that was a pocket location, stone 9. Let's get serious here. Come on.
See what you can do. Did not have a cherry tree. He said $1,200, and he wouldn't remove it. I didn't have a cherry tree. He said, "Son, take the wheel." I said, "Yeah, you want to see me?"
You got to have about 1,200 hours back at it. He's good, but he's my mom, he had
Take it off.
I think it was $1,000. Big.
And that shot, I actually hit my mark. I threw it too slow, and you see what happens. That's the thing. When you throw a spinner, a low track like I do, everything that's out on that lane affects my ball more than it affects most people's. And that's why the statement I made 2 weeks ago about I'd be disappointed if I didn't average close to 230 the second hit. That's all out the window.
A couple guys that work.
You know, you just cannot count on lane conditions being the same. And when lane conditions aren't the same, a bowler like me, I can't bring 8 bowling balls. I just can't do it.
I'm on disability. I can go back to time to get ready. This Thursday will be my first Thursday since the first week of September. He said he didn't want. He said,
I missed one tonight.
Feels all right. Feels pretty good now.
I don't want to go through that. They tell you. That's not physical therapy I go through at home. It's, I don't know. I had a surgery October 8th. 25th of November. So either you give me something for the pain or put the motherfucker back like it was, because it didn't hurt this fucking much.
What messed up? It didn't hurt.
He told me, he said, he said, you didn't tell me that before you put me. So, at the middle of December, I started feeling it didn't hurt. And even on the exercise line, when you go back, it has.
Yeah, I just don't have good enough control of the pocket. A little high, a little light.
So it's not like one of those.
I'm going to change balls and try rolling it because I cannot. I have nothing to lose. So even though I rolled it, it still jumped off the spot. I'm going to roll it again and move off of that.
No work to give it to you.
That's true. Yeah. He called you. I got you. Like over $6,000.
How you doing, Art? Yeah,
Maybe we can get him out of retirement.
He said he'd go wherever and stay there and just I just go out either how I'm just going one night there and that's where he's going. He said he goes straight to something else. He said he hasn't voted. This week's gonna be his first week. He said he coming in the other day for 250, 280. Yeah, you ready to go? He said he dropped down to 14 games.
I just graduated.
let me guess. Communication. Okay. Communications, right?
No justice.
Alright, so that was a with the Reign Supreme. I rolled the ball. And the last shot I actually rolled it and tugged it 2 boards and it stayed right there. So that was just a completely different look and a completely different matchup. And that's a 2-board move with my feet left from the Greek church that I left on the other lane. So let's see if that looks consistent in the next game.
How you make some throw back money? How you making that work? You got the new guy in there? Okay. Good.
Yeah, let's see.
Don't let the guy trigger. You know enough to know when the guy.
Alright, by the way, that last game was 188. I had to fight for that. It's just in a league where you only bowl 3 games a week, and you miss a week because you're sick. If you were to tell me, 2 weeks ago that I was going to have to come in, bring the Reign Supreme, completely change the roll on my ball, and the speed, by the way, in order to be successful, I would have said, well, we're bowling in a traveling league.
On the same side, there was a big time side, one of the other Cowboys. It's bad enough they did it with Tigers. But the worst part was yeah, here's it. Oh, what is it?
Once the high roll, used to be Black Rock, but now Black Rock's with Asian games. They freaking $100 crap games from the top stuff like that. And they threw up there. No, we have Rodney Del Sol, like, and then I tried to call it something like that.
All right, so that's a reasonable shot. I mean, I deserve to be light in the pocket because I know what I did wrong, and it's okay. That I don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby, he's telling me to check number 15. He took it on.
Yeah, they could be on. Usually the radio. Usually the radio is kind of confused, but it could be on the same page.
I know I'm like preaching to nobody here. I'll just preach to myself. I know people that, might stumble and watch this thing are not into bowling that much, and I'm only 3 games a week, so I'm no great prognosticator. But for me to bowl the way I did 2 weeks ago, and 3 weeks ago, and 4 weeks ago, in the ways that I have bowled, for me to go from point A, which is how I bowled 2 weeks ago, to take all these many steps, I don't know how many steps it takes me to go from bowling like that with the wrist thing on, spinning the ball in a certain way, with the loft I was trying to do, and all the specifics of what I was trying to get to this point of rolling the ball with no wrist support on, changing balls to a reign supreme. To get to this point, it takes so many steps to get to this point. I don't know if it's A to G, H, I, F, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I have a feeling it's L, M, N, O, P, because I feel like somebody peed on me. But anyway, it's just, I shouldn't probably even have been to this point. I probably should have taken these 6 games to get to this point where I'm at right now. And so,
That's kind of what yours looks like, kind of like that.
yeah, it's hard to like bowl in a place that wants to completely change what's out there on the lands just because it's quote unquote, you're 24 years old and it's fun to do so. People are paying money. They're paying money to try it. Maybe I know I'm just overdoing it here, but that's kind of how I feel.
What are they doing? Doing that place over there at Jackson?
Look like that.
Old pass go, like $200. That means you just
I think they're adding.
That was his own. Is it still open? Oh, okay. They do it all the time. And then games and stuff like that.
Wow. I actually moved my feet farther to compensate, and there was no compensating allowed. That the first ball, that ball just absolutely broke loose. I didn't even miss my mark.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You gotta have to make it happen. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I even actually made a little mistake on that ball, and it's fine on that lane. The other lane, it's so touchy. I'm gonna have to move left, and then I might overmove. But what else can I do?
How old is it? Which one you're trying? Yeah, are you sure that don't look like the kid I seen, man? You sure? Are you sure you're telling me something? You don't have your plans to go. I was in the lineup. He was in the last one. He had 1 out of 10.
All right, I moved 2-1, and got a weird 10-pin carry out of it. So that's it.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I know absolutely no know what it is. I couldn't even throw a name out there.
We know we got 3. We just
I get a fucking headache from that. Up there, plugging every time he throws the ball. I haven't seen him in a long time. I haven't seen Larry. He came to see me when I was that was I saw him. I'm sorry, I saw him once or twice at breakfast, but still haven't seen him for a few months. I haven't seen him for a few months. Which one's he? See, that don't look like him there either. No, it doesn't look like him. I guess it's the hair. And the other picture you showed me, yes, that's definitely. This one and the other one don't look. He's yellow. Probably a big one. That's nice. Look at it.
Yeah, I still spun it for the spare now, didn't I? Just a good shot. What a tough night. You know, next week, I don't think I have a choice. Just going to have to bring both conventional balls. IQ Fusion and the IQ Solid. Because tonight, with this overreaction, the IQ, the Tour Solid, it's an underreacting ball. This is the one night that ball probably would have been in play. And it probably would have played really, really well. I need medium equipment that I can adjust my hand positions and stuff. If I'm going to face different lane conditions, you know, every 3, 4, 5 weeks. Just take my 2-team average and be done with it.
Yeah, I said earlier.
Yeah, so I definitely had to move left on that lane to get it to finally find enough early oil.
I miss bowling and I don't miss bowling. I do and I don't. I probably would do it if I really like it.
I'll take another one at the end.
I was never much easier. It was like a drone. It just went. Yes. First time in the day, I took the shoes. I'm done. I mean, all the tournaments. He was bowling when he wasn't bowling.
I was thinking to move left on that shot because I just had a weird feeling that the lane was going to follow the other lane like it usually does. And 2 frames later, and I didn't because I was hit the pocket every time on that lane. So it did not move. So there we have it.
Bowling only average 210.
The call to the counter for service.
You got it here, but they ain't got it here.
There's a lot of big scores over there in Brookdale.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't think she was
I
it.
have
I
no
was just
time for
asking.
you. My release was yeah, my release was different.
Just
Practice on the low
you
side.
gotta get it all together. It ain't gonna take you long.
Doing this.
Felt all right then?
No, we got.
You get it. Ain't gonna take
We got
you
3
long.
4s
All I
though.
was doing was building up my speed.
You get it.
The only way you build up the speed is to exercise every morning. I lift weights.
Ain't gonna take you long to get back.
And that's the only way you can keep consistent speed. You have to exercise.
You definitely gotta have your legs. You definitely gotta have your legs. Once your legs get tired, everything's gonna go. Where you're gonna throw the ball is just hard, but you're gonna have to throw it. When you try to catch up to it, then your timing is gonna be off.
I want to be 16 miles per hour.
The ball seems hit okay with the 14 pounders, as long as you come in the pocket at the right angle.
The angle. I have enough turn. I can make enough turn.
Oh yeah. You just get it breaking into the pocket. It'll be fine. Ain't too many times you don't have to break it.
These balls with these weight blocks, the weight block just takes over.
Alright, let's go over yonder. Let's go over yonder where I can talk to myself for a while. Because I want to talk to myself. 182, I think it was 545. It was all a 545, I'll tell you that. The count ball there, that's what happens when I spin that ball. I tried to move left and I couldn't get left far enough. It just wasn't going to happen. Next week, conventional grip balls. sometimes you have to play defense because they have no offense tonight. No matter what I did. Well, when the lanes are overreacting, my equipment has to be underreacting, or I'm done. 'Cause I end up trying to play different games to accommodate. Yeah, the last shot was bad. I tugged it a little bit, went dead high, 6 spin. But the game as a whole was actually pretty good. I left the 10 pin in between strikes. I had one double, and I chopped. When I tried to move far enough to not chop, I chopped anyway. And you know what? Stick a fork in me. I'm done tonight. Bye bye.